What are we teaching our kids? Because when we were growing up, when we go to Little Athletics, you used to come either first, second, or third. And that was it, wasn't it? And if you didn't come first, second, or third, you had to strive harder, didn't you? You had to strive to make it next year, make sure you got into the top 3. But no, these days, no, that doesn't happen anymore. What are we teaching our kids? You either come first, second, or third, or you get a participation certificate. What are we teaching our kids? What is this saying to our kids? Hey, thanks for coming, but you're shit house, man. Right? Because, you know, the kids today, they don't play outside anymore. Have you noticed that? They don't play outside, no. They play games inside that make them think that they're outside. Remember we had toys? Remember our toys? Remember we were too scared to even have a toy. Remember that? Oh, Papa, I want a toy. A toy. I just have a toy for 20 years. It's called a shovel. You got a Toys R Us, I have kick in your ass, you understand? We had to make up our own toy. Who had to make up their own slip and slide using your old man's orange PVC, eh? Hey. Remember that, huh? And for extra slide, you use that palm olive, huh? Hey. We had to make up our own toys. Oh, yeah. You know, like all these kids, they got Wiis and Nintendos and PlayStations and a Grand Theft Auto. And what did we have? Pin the tail on the donkey. Or remember this one? I Spy with My Little Eye. We were our own games. Remember I used to play it. My old man used to hate it. You know, me and my brother would be in the back. I Spy with My Little Eye, something beginning with F. And my old man, if you're not shut up, I'll kill your mother. I spy with only one eye. That was our toys, you know, and the kids today, they don't have scabs. Remember when we were at school? When we were at school, the young people, there was no bark. There was no soft asphalt. No, we used to play, we used to like going out on the street on the tar. Remember that? You just scrape yourself and you get a scab. There's no scabs anymore. Kids don't have scabs. Have you noticed? No scabs anymore. Remember when we used to go, we used to scabs on there and our neck, and we used to fear for our life, didn't we? For 2 reasons. The first one is because we had to go and tell Mum. Because remember, before you leave the house, your mum gives you the warning: if you break your arm, I'll break the other one. All right. And the other reason why we used to hate it when we had scabs, all the young people, listen to this, because this doesn't happen to you guys anymore, no. Because when we used to get our scab, when we used to scratch ourselves to remedy it, to fix it, our mum used to have to put, do you remember that red stuff? As soon as it would touch our skin, we were like, ah! The mercurochrome. Do you remember mercurochrome? Yeah, it's banned. Too much mercury, apparently. All this stuff that's banned now, right? Like, if you're a kid, right? Remember Play-Doh? They still have Play-Doh. But next time you go into a toy store, have a look in the toy store. Have a look at the Play-Doh. Listen, this is what it says on the packet. Listen, Play-Doh, now non-toxic. Now, what the hell were we playing with? And remember at school, remember the sport, everything's changed, you know what I saw the other week in Melbourne? You're not going to believe, this probably happens here, right? I was going to this cafe, I was going to the bathroom, and I see this big room full of people with lab coats, glass bottles, and people like fascinated with what I go, what's going on here? Oh, we run classes and we teach Australians how to make tomato sauce. What? We teach Aussies how to, you teach Australians how to make tomato sauce, and they pay for it. Yeah. If they're paying for something that we used to get kicking, dragged and screamed out of the bed at 6:30 in the morning. And these people are paying for it and they're so into it. Like one lady, excuse me, Giovanni, excuse me. Is one basil leaf enough? Put 3, put how many you want in there. Do you remember when we used to make the tomato sauce, eh? What a production line that was, eh? Fun for the whole family stuck in the garage. And you better make sure that garage door's halfway closed because we don't want other people to see what we're doing in here. It's a secret. And everyone's got their job, and it's like a production line, and who puts the giornale around, and then you put them in the 44-gallon drum to boil, and all the women go and clean, and all the men, how long? They get nervous, they get anxious, don't they? Because they can't wait to get to the end of the cooking process, because that's when they get the chance to lift the lid off the 44-gallon drum to see if there's any red in the water. Yes, and those of you laughing knows what red in the water means, don't you? Yeah. That's just spaccati bottiglie. The bottle's broke and it's like the end of the world, isn't it? Then they count them on the floor, they get them out like dead people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 spaccato, 15. Then they look for the cousin whose job it was to put all the giornali in the newspaper. When they can't get them out to 15, says spaccato. Next time for you, Buster, shooter. Oh my God. What a great, they used to get angry at us. They used to get, that's why times have changed, times have changed. Remember, like, even when we were playing sport, right? This was the other thing. When we were playing sport, you always knew when you had Italians or Greeks on the team, because the father would be a psycho on the sideline. Like every Italian dad thought he was the Italian soccer coach, right? Didn't they, right? Because all the Aussies, oh, Ryan, you did so well. Ryan didn't even touch the ball. What were our dads like? Get to the ball, man. Get to the ball, man. You wait till we get home, Then you get off the field like, act natural. That's why Italians are such good soccer players. They were too shit scared to get off the field, mate. Oh my God. Italian dads. Hey, Italian dads. You gotta love Italian dads, hey? But they made us who we are. They made us who we are. And we're here for them, right? We're here because they disciplined us. They made us think the way we should be thinking and what we should be doing, right? But I had one of those dads who had an answer for everything. One of those dads? Oh, Papa, my room's too small. Oh, your room is too small. Tonight you'll sleep outside. Big room, huh? Not even a window. Look at that, huh? Papa, I want some ice cream. Yeah, which flavour? I got a 5. Which one you want it? And they never knew how old you were, did they? No. How old are you now? Like, I'm 8. 8? When I was your age, I was already 9.